WikiSpeed, Lynnwood, Washington, United States shop. Joe Justice here with Michael Hasse and Lana DePorter.
Yep.
And it's October 26, 2017. We're here with car number 4. And here's what we think we know. Our net gain warp motor, we've wired it in a few of the different acceptable configurations. And we don't have any amperage going to the motor. We have full pack, battery pack voltage exiting the Curtis motor controller, but less than an amp in the milliamps, so the motor doesn't spin. We have used the net gain motor bench test procedure, and with just 12 volts, just one of these batteries, verified the motor will spin. So we know we have plenty of pack power, battery pack power. We have 136 volts even with not fully charged packs, so we have plenty of pack power. And we know the motor is working. We've spun it, at least in its test procedure mode. When we connect the controller, we didn't have amperage coming out. Michael Hasse realized it was our contactor. So he hardwired the contactor to contacted, and we have full draw. Every time I touch the battery pack, even with the accelerator pedal off, we have a spark. You can see the char. That's actually from a Post-it note that ignited that said, connect here, but now it's burned. So the situation we're in now is we know something is drawing even when we don't expect it to, even when it shouldn't be, when the accelerator pedal is off. The next thing to know is disconnect everything except the motor controller and see if we still have draw, because then we know we have a short inside the controller, and try to figure out where the short is. Dr. Hasse and Lana, what tips would you give for someone trying to accomplish something identical to this in their shop somewhere in the world?
Wear eye protection, sir.
Oh, seriously, step 1. Yep, and the gloves were not a bad idea either. Have plenty of alligator clips around. Have a ready-to-test amp meter.
A light gauge wire for loads greater than 10 amps.
Yes, judging by the spark, what size was the amperage draw? If you have which we don't, a setup ammeter that's up to the size of amps you hope to be drawing, so in this case at least 220 cold cranking amps, then you have a more precise setup that would give you better readings than we do. We jumpered a wire and looked at the size of the spark. So
could use an incandescent bulb if you had one.
Yes, but I don't, that it's found. So somewhere in the world, if you're doing this, set up the ability to test amperage draw as well, not just voltage. What else would make this gooder or better?
Charged batteries.
Yeah?
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And we have that. Wheels off the ground just in case things do work.
Which luckily we do have. So when we spun the wheels, we were off the ground.
An extra set of eyes paying close attention to all the wires since it's all jury-rigged and things.
Oh yeah, there's so many things that could droop and short. So if everyone's savvy and aware, maybe that's safe-ish. But yeah, having some rubber sheets around or rubber gloves to wrap around things, or plenty of electrical tape for while you're doing tests like this, and nice stable grippy jumper cables or other alligator clips.
We've actually used a total of 3 sets of jumper cables in our various configurations here.
Yeah, so having plenty on hand seems to not be a bad idea when you're doing this kind of thing, especially when it's, the size of a car, so you need some length. Lana, welcome to WikiSpeed. Thank you for coming out for your very first time ever from Bellevue College, interested in project management, and the College of Business is one of your pursuits there. Lana, what tip would you give to someone if it were their very first time coming to WikiSpeed?
I don't know. Pay attention.
Yeah?
I don't know what any of this means. Now I know, I sort of understand what you guys are saying when you're talking about connecting the battery and I don't know. I'm starting to get the terms.
That's way humble of you. You actually connected a fair amount of this, and you ran several of the multimeter tests. So luckily, electric motors is not the science of rockets, and Lana was able to get up and participatory in one evening.
Feels
Thank
like
you.
the 5th grade participation trophy there.
Hey, you know what? We start there. Step 1, we start there. Rad, other tips or tricks from either of you?
That's all I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay, next step for this guy will be taking off every connection from this black box on top, the Curtis motor controller, and then we'll connect pack voltage and see if we still arc. And if that's true, then we know we have a short in the motor controller.
Yeah, we want to pull these leads off here, probably.
Okay, we can speed out.
Coming from there.